4, Saturday still free, right there in the same blooming place since 1952.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. During the break, I did get a email at tom@woca.com. You can reach me there, tom@woca.com. I got an email that said, "You don't understand, Don Browning is a great Republican. He's great for our community, and he did the right thing by stepping up when the governor asked." I didn't say he didn't. I said that it seems like he's egotistical and he's lazy. He said he did it for the governor. He did it for the Republican Party. Good for him. He also said they told him all he had to do was attend meetings. He's not cheating. It's like a full-time job. You get paid like a full-time job. He also went on to say he's got other things he's interested in besides the school board, including tractor restoration. Stop defending Don Brown. He didn't do himself any favors, in my opinion, with him saying this isn't a full-time job. I don't treat the school board that way. I'm doing it, because the governor asked me to. I'm just showing up. I got other things to do. Investing. I own a racing team. I do aviation, photography, tractor restoration. I bet you don't turn that $55,000, $56,000 a year job down, though. The money down. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. It was announced that a Democratic senator, Senator Ben Lujan, suffered a stroke last week. He's going to make a full recovery, but at 49, he's one of the youngest in the Senate. But what's that do? That shows you how precious that 50-50 is. Because in the short term, he can't vote. If there was an emergency vote right now, he couldn't vote. That means it'd be 50-49 Republican. That's why, Supreme Court Justice, that's not going to be an emergency vote. But right now, if they did the Supreme Court Justice, it'd be 50-49 Republican. That's what happens when you have such a precarious situation. Because they're dead even, 50-50. The only reason the Democrats are in control is because the vice president is Democrat as well. That's how they got to be in power. "50-50 requires every Democrat to form a simple majority, plus the tie-breaking vote of Vice President Kamala Harris." We already saw that Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema have blocked Biden's vast social spending climate program. They blocked him from changing the filibuster. And that's when it was 50-50. This is not a good time for a senator. And no time is a good time to have a stroke. But on a political scene, this is not good for the Democrats. On the other side of that, Representative Nancy Mace, a Republican, is finally coming to her senses, as most Republicans should. She says, "We got the best cannabis in the world. I think we should legalize marijuana." She's from South Carolina. She hopes to legalize a drug that helped her through trauma of sexual assault with legislation that decriminalizes it and taxes it with a 3% sin tax, also known as an excise tax, similar to one on tobacco and alcohol. The States Reform Act, as legislation is known, would treat cannabis like alcohol instead of heroin. Now, I know some of my law enforcement friends would not like that. I know that. But put it on the ballot. Let the voters vote on it. If they deem it illegal, it's illegal. That's how I look at it. Believe me, I don't take opioids and everything because I have my medical marijuana card, and the help it helps with chronic pain. The help it gives with chronic pain is revolutionary. I'm just telling you. Revolutionary. I was eating, when I was, before my medical marijuana card, I was eating a 100 tablet bottle of ibuprofen about every 4 days. Now I take Tylenol, ibuprofen maybe once every 10, 12 days. It's a big difference. Birthdays today, Tommy Smothers. He's 85. Inna Garten, the Barefoot Contessa chef, 74 today. Dwayne the Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's 69 today. Supermodel and driver of the red sports car in Vacation, Christy Brinkley, 68 today. So, happy birthday to Tommy Smothers of the Smothers Brothers, 85. Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman, that guy. That hairdo. You got to love that guy. He's 69 today. So just a couple birthdays. Happy birthday to everyone out there. I want to thank all my guests today. Rosanna Maeta. Of course, we talked with Matthew from Omega One, the Matthew Riley, the CEO of Astrodon's Omega One Motor. I want to thank them and all my callers. Without you and the listeners, none of this would be possible. I'm humbled every day when somebody walks up to me and goes, "Are you Tom from the radio?" That people actually listen to the nonsense that comes out of my mouth. I'm humbled by that every day. Thank you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for a Thursday edition, Vets Helping Vets, among other things coming up tomorrow right here on Ocala Talks. You're listening to it on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Talk to you tomorrow. See you.
94.
This is WOCA AM, W242 CAFM, Ocala, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
John Kirby from the Pentagon lectern moments ago.
An additional force of about approximately 2,000 troops from the United States to Europe in the next few days. The 82nd Airborne Division is deploying components of an infantry brigade combat team and key enablers to Poland, and the 18th Airborne Corps is moving a joint task force capable headquarters to Germany. This force is trained and equipped for a variety of missions to deter aggression and to reassure and to defend our allies.
The office of U.S. Senator Democrat Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico announced he suffered a stroke in the cerebellum last week. That's the part of the brain that affects balance. The statement says he's expected to make a full recovery, but when was not reported. The International Olympic Committee has long stated its commitment to human rights, but has declined to take a stand this year in the Uyghurs genocide taking place in China. The Olympics start Friday and run through Sunday, February 20th. USA Radio News.
I know you've been waiting a little bit longer than normal.
Jen's manicure spot needs an extra pair of hands.
Who's at the front desk right now?
Someone who's handy with everything from nail files to spreadsheet files.
Deidre's not coming in today, but we have that whole bachelorette party.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At the American Veterinary Medical Association Annual Convention in Washington, D.C., I spoke with Dr. John Howe, AVMA President, about One Health.
One Health is really a collaboration between physicians and veterinarians or public health officials. For example, in Minnesota, our state public health veterinarian deals with zoonotic diseases, rabies, for example. Animals are sentinels for humans, and humans are sentinels for some infections in animals.
There's more valuable information at avma.org.
Lockdowns and masks were not as effective as you might think against the pandemic.
An analysis of studies released last month by Johns Hopkins University indicated that lockdowns in the spring of 2020 reduced COVID-19